Okay, I'm so happy you're all here. Um, this week in classes, I've been touching on forgiveness because I'm reading this book, Choose Again, 6 Steps to Freedom. And this is a book that is about eradicating core beliefs that prevent us from experiencing the full love and joy that we are inherently. And so a lot of what this book talks about is going through a feeling to the root of the feeling, to our beginning experiences with that feeling and the beliefs that we took on in a given situation. One of the, I think, most clear examples of this is if you were a small child, maybe 4, 5, 6, 7, and you experienced your parents having a fight, then it is really common for us to believe that it's our fault. And so the belief that might be taken on and carried with us throughout our whole life from that is that for some reason, everything is our fault, or that we are the cause of things that go wrong, et cetera, et cetera. Humans can be really good at creating up beliefs about themselves that take us away from the truth of who we actually are. And so I just wanted to read this tiny piece from this book because as I was reading through it this weekend, I kept coming back to this piece, even though I was 4, 5, 6 chapters ahead, this kept coming back to me. So it says, forgiveness is not about condoning anyone's unacceptable behavior. Rather, I am forgiving myself for the beliefs I made up as a result of the early circumstances in question. I'm forgiving myself for believing that I am what I never could be, worthless or unlovable, or powerless or guilty. This process sets me free. I'll read it one more time. Forgiveness is not about condoning anyone's unacceptable behavior. Rather, I'm forgiving myself for the beliefs I made up as a result of the early circumstances in question. I'm forgiving myself for believing that I am what I never could be, worthless or unlovable, or powerless or guilty. And this process sets me free. And so just this reminder that so often we extend forgiveness to others, and there's so much to forgive ourselves for that can really reach into the root of our healing. And so as you move across your yoga mat today, just maybe recognizing that there is this opportunity to heal that is expedited when we recognize that healing ourselves is turning inward. It's not saying that the circumstance or situation or someone or something outside of me is what's causing my unhappiness. But if I turn inward and begin to shift my beliefs, I can choose differently. I can choose to believe something else about the situation. I can reinterpret a situation, even an event that happened many, many years ago, to see the gift that exists within it and the power that exists within it to change my moment in the present. So with that, we'll start in a little bit of breath awareness and body awareness. You can either be in a seat or you can lie back in Shavasana. We'll of course start in Shavasana when we start our flow. So just finding a comfortable shape. Go ahead and maybe close your eyes. Just take a moment to adjust your body. Starting to notice that spot of your body where you feel connection to the earth. Maybe it's your back body, your spine. Maybe it's your sits bones. Maybe there are a couple different areas that you can feel in contact to the earth. Just connecting to those spaces of grounding. As you feel the connection between your body and the earth, start to breathe into those spaces. Breathing deeply down into the ground. As you start to expand each breath in, and lengthen each breath out. Maybe just leave some space open in your awareness for if there's a belief that you are aware that you've been holding on to that is not true. That maybe this practice today can at least be a first step or a step along the journey of releasing that belief and returning to the truth of who you are. Maybe part of your practice today is forgiving yourself for taking on a belief that isn't true. That if there is an individual intention that calls to you for practice today, just bringing that forward. Making a gentle commitment to it. So as you move across your yoga mat, there's that deeper purpose behind every shape, every transition, every moment, every breath. And we'll seal in our intentions with 3 rounds of cleansing breath. If you'd like to, you can bring one or both hands to your heart as well. And then let's take a really deep breath in through the nose. Let your lungs fill up all the way. When you're ready, open mouth, exhale, let that breath go. And at your own pace, 2 more just like that. A deep breath in. Cleansing, exhale to release. And one more time, just when you're ready, a full inhale. And open mouth, exhale. And shifting back into that really intentional breathing in and out of your nose. Your Ujjayi pranayama. And then when you're ready, finding your way into a full body stretch on your back body. So if you're not already on the earth, just take a moment to find your way to the ground. Start to reach your hands up overhead. Feel free to spread your fingers, spread your toes, maybe circle your ankles, your wrists. And then eventually start to bring both of your knees into your body. Just drawing your thighs to your heart space. Maybe taking a little bit of movement here from side to side. And take a deep breath towards the back of your body, again, breathing into the earth. And on your exhale, let your knees tip over to the left into a gentle twist. As your right shoulder releases to the ground, take a slow breath in. And a slow breath out. One more breath just like that. Release, slow, intentional inhale. And slow, steady exhale. Then we'll keep our knees on the left side of our yoga mat. We're going to roll into a fetal pose to face the left side of the room. So reach your left arm overhead and then go ahead and roll onto your left side body. As your left ear rests into your bicep, you can either stay right here, really gentle in your body, or your right hand's going to reach down to catch your right foot, coming into a thigh stretch, your modified bow shape. And then just that hand to foot connection might be enough sensation. If you want to add some resistance, pull your navel into your spine. To lengthen your tailbone forward to the front of your yoga mat, and then slide your right thigh bone back in space. Let your collarbones open across your chest. Then reach your breath and your awareness down through your right leg. And with your exhale, slowly, gently start to release your right foot. Roll onto your back body, bring both knees into your chest again. Just pausing for your inhale. And only when you're ready, tipping to the right, gentle twist as you exhale. And just moving at your own pace as you find your twist. Start to offer your breath along your left side body. And same as we did on the first side, we're gonna find our fetal pose. So this time rolling onto your right side. Let your right ear rest into your bicep. Left hand reaches down to catch your left foot maybe. And start to notice how your left side feels. Just exploring sensation as you continue to deepen your breath. Take one more steady breath here. Just being patient as that exhale empties all the way out. When you're ready to release, let go of your left foot. Roll onto your back body, knees come to chest one more time as you inhale. And then for our exhale, we're gonna send left leg to the sky and then keep your right knee bent and place your right foot to the earth. Creating a hamstring stretch, reach your hands around your left leg. Just taking a moment here to feel the extension from your left sitting bone to your left toes. You can point, flex, and rotate your ankle for this last breath. Then start to flex your left heel up to the ceiling. Now move into the first part of our core connection, the first side. Draw your navel to your spine so you feel your low back actively anchor into the earth. And then reach your hands overhead like a full body stretch. And on your breath in, you're going to slowly start to lower your left leg towards a hover. So trying to go super slow and controlled, challenging your pace with your core. Then on your exhale, you're going to press to your right foot. Lift your left leg to the sky. Lift your head and shoulders and reach up towards your left toes, so up to the ceiling. As you inhale, you're gonna lower your left leg slowly to a hover again, reach your hands up and overhead again. And then this time as you breathe out, bend your left knee into your body and reach your hands to the outside of your left thigh, so you're reaching across your body. Navel to spine, right foot roots, and then inhale, push your left foot forward to a hover, reach your hands up overhead, slow and strong. Back to the beginning, left leg stays long, lift your left leg to the sky, lift your head and shoulders. Navel continues to pull to spine. Inhale, left leg hovers, reach your hands up overhead. Exhale, bend and reach across your body, left knee to chest. Hands reach to the outside of your left thigh. One more round, inhale, left leg forward, hands reach overhead. On your exhale, push through your right foot as you lift through head and shoulders, reaching to your left toes. Then inhale, left leg lowers, hands go overhead. Last time here, exhale, bend your left knee in, reach the outside of your left thigh and pause. Maybe you're pressing left thigh and right arm into each other, holding for 3. Option to send your right leg forward to a hover for 2. And 1, bend your knees to your chest, release and relax. Take a big breath in. And an open mouth exhale to release. And then we'll start with our hamstring stretch second side. So reach your right leg to the ceiling, bridge your left foot to the earth, And take a moment to bring your right leg towards your body. And again, you can find some movement through your right ankle if you'd like. As you reach your right heel to the sky, start to send your hands overhead. So this movement itself is not as challenging as some of the core engagements that we sometimes do. So it's really about finding the control from your belly. So really letting every movement come from your center strength. So navel to spine, left foot's pressing into the ground. Your inhale is going to start to lower your right leg, slow motion. And use your exhale to lift your right leg, lift your head and shoulders. Think about your shoulder blades lifting your heart straight up to the sky. And then as you inhale, slowly start to open up, right leg hovers, hands reach overhead. Well, exhale, bend your right knee to your body as you push through your left foot, lift and reach to the outside of your right thigh. Navel pulls to spine. Inhale, right foot forward to a hover, reach your hands up and overhead, navel pulls down still. Exhale, right leg straight up to the ceiling, lift your head and shoulders, reaching to your toes. Inhale, lower, open, take your time, feel the strength at your belly. Exhale, bend and reach across. Right knee in, stretch your fingers to the outside of your right thigh. Last round, inhale, right foot forward, hands go overhead. Exhale, right leg to the ceiling, lift your head and shoulders, stretching to your toes. Inhale, right leg lowers, reach your hands overhead. And exhale, bend your right knee to your body, reach towards the outside of your right thigh and pause. Again, maybe press right thigh and left arm into each other. Maybe send your left leg forward to a hover for 3, 2, really lifting through your chest with 1. Release and relax, let it go. Knees to your heart, take a big breath in. And open mouth, exhale out. And then start to find your way up to your tabletop pose. We're gonna meet on all fours. Allow your fingers to spread open across the earth, and with your next breath in, begin to lift your heart, lift your tailbone, stretch your belly out. And exhale, cat pose round through your spine. 2 more like that, just moving at your breath pace, and inhale to lift your heart and tailbone. Good, and exhale, cat pose, press the earth away. And last round here, let your breath guide your heart and tailbone out to the ceiling. And as you breathe out, really tuck your tailbone, let your head fall heavy to the earth, press through your hands. And then find a long and neutral spine. Tuck your toes underneath as you breathe in, and hover your knees just above the earth with your exhale out. So you're finding your hovering tabletop. Another moment to light up the core, to connect to your center. Slow and steady inhale. Slow and steady exhale. And take one more deep breath in. And then downward facing dog, press your sits bones up and back. And just take a moment to be here, finding maybe some movement. Establishing the connection to your breath. Now with your inhale, start to reach your right leg up to the sky, 3-legged dog. On your breath out, bend your knee and open your hip, finding your half dog. Feel free to take some hip circles here as you take a breath. Then on your breath out, step your right foot to the outside of your right hand. So a big wide step forward coming from your core strength. Let your left knee lower down to the earth. If you need to, you can kind of slide your left knee back. In your lizard lunge, we're going to twist. Reach your right hand to the back of the room. Option here to bend your left heel to your seat if you want to add in another thigh stretch. And then you can also change the angle of your right toes if you want to rotate your right toes slightly open to the right. If it's available, right hand can catch left foot. And take one more breath wherever you are. As you release, bring your right hand to the inside of your right foot again. Turn your right toes forward and then tuck your back toes underneath and lift your back knee. So you're in your lifted lizard lunge. I like to come to my fingertips for this little transition. You're going to lean into your right foot. Keep your right foot where it is, so wide on your yoga mat. And you're going to cross your left ankle behind your right for a cross-legged forward fold. So lean into your strong right foot. Step your left ankle behind your right. Your pinky toes don't need to line up. You can bend your knees and you're going to let your head hang heavy. You can either keep your hands on the inside of your right foot, or you can let your right hand walk wide. So we're just in this cross-legged forward fold on the right side of our yoga mat. And then shifting your energy back into your right foot as you unwind your legs, we're going to go to a Malasana squat, but an active one. So left foot sits to the left edge of your yoga mat, adjusting your toes to point in the same direction of your knees. Sink your booty down, but not as low as you can go. You want to be a couple inches higher than your greatest depth, so you're really active here. Hands to heart, get really proud of your chest. Strong to the four corners of your feet. Feel your outer seat strength opening your knees wide. Take a big breath in here. On your exhale, reach your left hand down and twist your heart open. Right hand reaches to the sky. Then inhale, hands back to heart center. Exhale, second side, right hand reaches low, left hand twists open with a big breath. And then as your hands come back to your heart, go ahead and bring your fingertips to the earth, turning your toes forward, but keeping your feet wide, forward fold. Knees can be bent, head is heavy. You're just in this like kind of wide max distance forward fold. Start to walk your feet towards your regular Uttanasana forward fold and breathe into your halfway lift, lengthen your spine. And your exhale, forward fold release. And then inhale to rise all the way up, Urdhva Hastasana, reach to the ceiling. Your right hand will grab your left wrist. Go ahead and lean over to the right side for a side body stretch. And then just listen for your inhale to lift and lengthen up through center. As you exhale, switch your grip and tip over to the left, creating a stretch through your right side body. And then inhale back up through the midline and exhale to forward fold. Soften your knees, hinge at your hips. Halfway lift, lengthen out with your breath. And then high plank pose, plant your hands and step your feet back. Take a slow, intentional breath in. And a slow, complete exhale. Keeping your quadriceps, your thighs active the whole time. Inhale to shift forward. And release all the way to your belly, slow and strong. As you arrive, untuck your toes, breathe into your low cobra, lengthening and strengthening along your spine. With your exhale, release. And inhale, low or high cobra. Doing one more cobra here. And as you breathe out, release. Last round, inhale to your upward facing dog, or feel free to return to cobra if that would feel better in this moment for your body. And then downward facing dog is where we meet. Eventually lift your hips to the sky. With your inhale, lift your left leg up to the ceiling. As you breathe out, bend your knee, open your hip. With your inhale, take a hip circle in each direction maybe. And then use your strong core to step your left foot to the outside of your left hand. So a really slow, strong step to your lizard lunge. Right knee releases to the earth. You might have to slide your right knee back a little bit and open your chest. When you're ready for your twist, and your left hand to the back of your yoga mat, turning your heart towards your left thigh. If you want to add in a thigh stretch, again, you can bend your right heel to your seat. You can catch your foot. It's okay to let your left big toe lift off the earth so your left thigh bone can spill open if that feels good to you. Creating a little bit more space between your sternum and your tailbone. Breathe in for extra length. And as you breathe out, we'll meet in our lifted lizard lunge. So hands on the inside of your left foot. As your left toes turn forward, lift your back knee. And again, I like to come to my fingertips here. Really lean into your left foot. Try to pull from your left leg more than you push from your right toes. Cross-legged forward fold. Right ankle is going behind your left. So then you're going to be on the left side of your yoga mat. Soft knees, heavy head. Your hands can either stay on the inside of your left foot, or you can let your left hand open up wide. Your left foot is going to stay on the left edge of your yoga mat as you unwind your legs. Active Malasana squat. Right foot steps wide, adjust your toes, and then sink into your strong squat. Hands to heart center. So really think about lifting through your pelvic floor, lifting your booty like 2 or 3 inches out of your greatest depth. Let your shoulders stack back over your hips a little bit more. Now, crown of the head is high, or pressing through your feet. We're going to lift up slowly to the count of 5. Start to push through your feet for 5. Tall through your spine for 4, 3, good job, 2, 1. Reach your hands to the ceiling, big breath in. Keep your feet wide, but turn your toes forward. Bend your knees, and as you forward fold, really send your sits bones way back. Slowly hinge all the way to the earth. At the bottom, take a halfway lift, feet still wide for a moment. Exhale, high plank, plant your hands. Define your strong plank. Engage your quads through the space between shoulders and ears. Keeping those elements, inhale forward. Exhale, chaturanga, lower halfway or all the way. Open your heart, up dog or cobra, big breath in. And downward facing dog as you breathe out. Take a deep breath in through your nose. And then open mouth, exhale, let it go. And inhale your right leg to the sky, 3-legged dog. This time, keeping your right leg long for a moment, flex your foot and square your hip. And then keep your hips square, bend your right heel to your seat like a little hamstring curl donkey kick. Take a big breath in. Exhale, bring your knee towards your nose. Pause here for your inhale, push the earth away. And step your right foot forward as you exhale. Maybe help it out. Lifting to your fingertips, cow lunge, left knee hovers, big breath in. And lengthen your legs, cat lunge on your exhale. Good. Go ahead and bend into your right knee. Leading with your heart space, high crescent lunge. So proud chest, just slowly press through your feet. Use your whole breath in to lift, challenging yourself to use your muscular energy. And just settle into your high lunge as you breathe out. So we're gonna do a little like pulse and side bend action. So I'm gonna turn to face you just so it's a little bit more clear. But in your high crescent lunge, we'll take a big breath in. On your exhale, you're gonna let your left knee maybe come to a hover. As you do so, let your right hand fall down to the earth. Tip your left hand overhead. So dip and side bend to the left side. With your inhale, rise back up, high crescent lunge. Left knee lifts, hands to the sky. Same thing, same side, left knee hovers. Dip and lean your heart over to the right. One more time, inhale, rise, reach up. Same thing, same side, exhale, left knee hovers, left hand reaches overhead. Great. As you inhale, high crescent lunge, lift tall again, and then warrior two, go ahead and open up. Just give yourself a breath to experience your warrior two. Be softening through your jaw as you exhale. Next breath in, we're going to reverse our triangle. Send your right leg long, reach your right hand to the sky. Then from your reverse triangle, turn your right toes forward so all 10 toes are facing the long edge of your yoga mat. We're going to go warrior two to the back of the room. So right hand's going to sweep across. Turn your left toes to the back and bend into your left knee. Then reach forward with your left fingertips, like creating length through your right side. And then side angle, left elbow to your thigh, reach your right hand overhead. So this right side body is a side body you created space within your reverse triangle, and you're tapping into that again here. Extend your side angle, right hand reaches overhead. Feel your front ribs draw in. And then low lunge to the back of your yoga mat, bring your hands to the earth, unhook your right heel. Okay, from here, we're gonna step into our chair pose. So right foot steps forward, sink into your seat, big breath in, lift your heart and hands. As you breathe out, airplane your arms beside you. Lean your energy into your left foot. Start to come to your right tippy toes, and then flamingo your right heel to your seat. Proud chest. Press your left foot to rise up, one-legged Tadasana. Bring your right leg with you. Reach your hands to the sky. Now this part's like a little bit tricky. We're gonna take our left hand, and with your left hand, grab your right wrist. Stepping into a curtsy lunge with a little side bend. You're gonna send your right foot back and behind your left. So you have a nice long lunge stance. You're gonna curtsy because your right foot's behind your left. Bend into your right knee a little bit and lean your torso over to the left side of the yoga mat. Okay, from here, going super slow motion, slower than you think you need to. You're gonna lean into your left foot, and we're going into a tree pose. So as you lean into your left foot, slow motion, hands to heart, right foot to the inside of your left leg. Yeah, good, nice, Christy. And you have to go really slow in these transitions from the curtsy lunges. You can either stay in your tree pose or take a moment in figure four, maybe right ankle on left thigh, bend into your left knee, and sink your hips back into your one-legged chair. Active right ankle, long spine. Wherever you are, take one slow inhale. And one slow exhale. There you go. One-legged Tadasana. Follow your next inhale to rise up. We're gonna meet in a high crescent lunge. So as you breathe out, take as long as you'd like to move through airplane pose, eventually to your high crescent. So this can take one breath, you can take 2 or 3 breaths. Eventually your right toes will find the earth, and you'll inhale to lift your heart and hands. On your exhale, open arm twist to the left. Your left hand will sweep back, reach your right hand forward. Rotate to face your left thigh bone, keep the twist. Inhale to exalt, your right hand scoops up the sky, let your left hand reach low. Then on your breath out, high plank pose. Windmill your hands down to the earth. Left foot steps back to meet your right. Then your high plank, take an inhale. As you exhale, right knee to your left tricep. Pausing here, keep both hands on the earth, keep your right knee across your body. Just turn your left toes to the left until your left heel lands to the ground. Then reach your heart way far forward through your arms. Next breath in, high plank. Just step your right foot back. Exhale, left knee, right tricep, second side. Keeping both hands on the earth, just rotate your right heel to the ground. Rest on your right foot forward through your heart, reach your sternum way far forward, lengthen your spine. Inhale, high plank. Exhale, vinyasa or down dog. So you can either move through your flow, or you can go right back to downward dog. Good. Take a big breath in. And a clearing exhale out. And I'm sweating in my apartment right now. Go ahead and inhale your left leg to the sky. Keeping your left leg long, square your hip, flex your foot. That big stretch to the back of your right leg. And then hamstring curl your left heel to your seat. Take a big breath in. Exhale, knee to nose, shift forward. Navel to spine, actively push through your hands as you inhale. Left foot steps forward with exhale. Again, you can always help it there. Right knee will hover, we'll catch our breath with a cow lunge. Front body opens. And exhale, cat lunge, lengthen out your legs. Okay, from here, bend into your left knee. Before you go anywhere, feel your heart reach forward a little bit so your head's a little bit more lifted. And then press through your feet, slow motion. Use your whole breath in to rise, high crescent lunge. So you're rooting through your feet. Hips are steady and stable as you rise up. Awesome, take a moment just to be here. Then take a nice deep inhale. We're gonna find that dip and side bend. So as you exhale, right knee hovers, let your left hand fall towards the earth. Your right hand reaching up and over your head. So you're leaning to the left. Press through your feet, inhale, crescent lunge, rise back up. Same thing, same side, dip and lean to the left, pull your front ribs away in, tailbone reaches to the earth. Inhale, high crescent. Last round here, right knee hovers, so you lean to the left, reach your right hand overhead. And then inhale, high crescent. Warrior two, go ahead and open out. Just taking one cycle of breath here. With your next inhale, reverse your triangle, lengthen through your left side, tipping to the sky. Turn your left toes to face the long edge of your yoga mat. Switching to warrior two to face the front of your yoga mat, right knee will bend. Once you have your right knee bent, warrior two facing the front, lean into your right side and side angle tip to your right thigh. You start to find your extended side angle, left hand reaching overhead. Think about turning your left palm to the earth. Left thumb is facing the wall behind you, and then press your left thumb back to that wall behind you. Okay, low lunge to the top of your yoga mat. So you frame your right foot. Reach your heart forward. Chair pose, left foot steps. Take your time to sink into your seat. Lift up through your heart and hands, big breath in. Then exhale, airplane arms. Right leg will be your base. Begin to come to left tippy toes. And then as your right leg is ready, flamingo your left leg. A little hamstring curl, heel to seat. Root to rise, one-legged Tadasana, drag down with your right foot to grow tall. At the top, your right hand's going to grab your left wrist. Let your shoulders slide away from your ears. Taking a giant step back into your curtsy lunge. Bend through your right knee. Left foot stepping back and behind. As you dip into your left knee, you're going to lean over to the right. Think about drawing your right thigh bone back into your pelvis. Energetically square your hips forward. Your right toes are still pointing forward directly to the short edge of your yoga mat. So your foot is still not neutral alignment. We don't have any turnout or anything. Lean into your right foot and super slow motion find tree pose. So you want to go slower than we think we need to. Your belly strength supports you a lot here. Hands can come to heart. Option to stay in tree pose, Vrikshasana, or to find your figure four. Maybe sink it back and down, slowly into your one-legged chair. And then just listening for your own breath. When your next inhale starts to move through, begin your journey back to one-legged Tadasana. We'll meet in a high crescent lunge. Take as long as you would like to fly back through your airplane. Just finding that control between your shapes, continuing to breathe deep. Lightly land your left toes, reaching to the sky with an inhale. On your exhale, twist to the right, open arm twist, right hand reaches back. Keep your twist, inhale to exalt, left hand to the sky. On your exhale, windmill down to your high plank pose. Right foot meets your left. Take a deep breath in, option to bend your knees and shift your hips back to a hovering or crouching tabletop. On your exhale, as you shift forward, take your right knee to your left tricep. Just like we did earlier, spin your left hip to the earth. But send your heart straight forward through your biceps. Inhale, high plank, option to bend your knees for crouching tabletop. Second side, exhale, left knee, right tricep. As you shoot yourself forward, rotate your right hip to the earth. Both palms are grounded, reach your heart forward. Pull your thigh bone forward. Here we go, last one, high plank. Option for that crouching tabletop, maybe shift your booty back. Vinyasa or down dog, shift forward to flow. Or of course, don't forget to skip it. Let's meet in a little child's pose when you are ready. Allow your knees to find the earth. Let your hips sink back to your heels. Taking 2 deep breaths. We have one more teeny tiny layer that I want to move through before we lie down. I cannot believe how much I'm sweating inside my apartment, not in a hot yoga studio right now. I drank coffee before this, so that could be part of it, but I'm like, oh my goodness. Dripping sweat. We're meeting in a down dog when you're ready. So go ahead and find your way to down dog. Give yourself a breath or so just to establish that really strong downward facing dog shape. This will be short, it'll be brief, it'll be strong, and then we'll lay down. So from your downward facing dog, big breath in. Maybe open mouth, exhale out. Inhale your right leg to the sky, 3-legged. On your exhale, bend your knee, open your hip. Take a nice big breath in here. And step your right foot forward as you breathe out. Strong legs, high crescent lunge. Inhale to rise up. One time on your exhale, left knee is going to come to a hover. Pull your front ribs away in and add in your side bend. Right hand's going to drop towards the earth. Left hand's reaching up and overhead. Chest is proud. Your heart is still squaring to the front of the room. And take one more breath here. On your next inhale, crescent lunge, rise and reach up. On your exhale, warrior 2, open out. Reverse your triangle as you inhale. And go ahead and take your wide-legged forward fold as you exhale. So toes turn forward to the long edge. Let your head dip down just for a moment. As you breathe in, take a half lift through your torso. With your exhale, heels in, goddess squat. But go ahead and take your hands to your thighs. Okay. Take an inhale, lengthening your spine. On your breath out, dip your left shoulder to the center, twist your heart to the right. Maybe look up to the ceiling to deepen your twist. And inhale back to your center. And exhale, second side. Really rotating, turning your gaze to the sky, getting that deeper rotation through your mid and upper back. And then back through center. This time sitting up really tall, bring your hands to your heart. Close your eyes and take 3 slow breaths. And the last breath here. Okay, go ahead and start to press through your feet, rise up, star pose, reach to the sky, big breath in. On your exhale, warrior to the front of your yoga mat. So start by turning your left heel back so you can make space to turn your right toes forward. Good, reverse your warrior with your inhale, right hand to the sky. Low lunge to the top of your yoga mat as you exhale. You're going to, well, we're running out of time for what I wanted to do. So you're going to step back into your high plank, right foot meets your left. Big breath in, vinyasa or down dog with exhale. That's okay. We've already done plenty. Full breath. We'll meet in our downward facing dog. Okay, go ahead and inhale your left leg to the sky. Bend your knee and open your hip. When you're ready, step your left foot forward. Strong legs, high crescent lunge, rise to your feet. Think about that pressing down to lift up energy. Draw your front ribs to the back of your body and sink your right knee to a hover, leaning to your left for your side bend. So left hand's going low, right hand's reaching overhead. Just find 2 more breaths here. Let your breath lift you up. Inhale, high crescent. And exhale, warrior 2. Reverse your triangle with a big breath in. Left leg long, left hand high. Wide-legged forward fold, all 10 toes forward, dive down. So this time, instead of going to our goddess squat, we're gonna inhale to a halfway lift. Your exhale, bend into your right knee for your side lunge or your skandasana. If you're in skandasana, feel free to do what we did in our malasana squat. You would bring your right hand low and twist your left hand up high. Full breath in. And your out breath, go ahead and just switch sides. Bend into your left knee, either finding your side lunge or your skandasana. And again, if you're in your skandasana, you want to add in the upper body twist. Left arm is on the inside of your left leg, and you're reaching your right hand at the sky. Great, big breath in here. Low lunge to the top of your yoga mat. Good. Rotating your right heel to the earth. Return to your warrior 2 for a moment. As you rise up to your warrior 2, just want to add in our reverse warrior. Breathe your left hand to the sky, finding that big side body stretch. And then as you breathe out, hands dwindle down to the earth. Unhook your back heel and step forward this time into your forward fold. Good, soft knees, heavy head. Take a big breath in. And as you exhale out, bend your knees, have a seat. Go ahead and grab a sip of water if you're thirsty. Maybe wipe your sweat if you are sweating as much as me. And then go ahead and make your way to your back body. You can either just hug your knees in, relax back, or maybe you want to go slow and controlled from the strength of your core. Whatever feels true to you, you can do your heel anchors, flexing your feet into the earth if you want. We'll meet on the back body. Just taking a moment to rest on the earth. Maybe take a deep breath in through your nose. And open mouth, exhale, letting it go. And draw your knees into your chest. And release your hands on your right shin. Extend your left leg forward for when you're moving pose. Stretch your tailbone to the front as you inhale. And twist as you exhale. So in your supine twist, you can just stay as you are. If you wanted to add in another thigh stretch, kind of front body opening, like we've been doing a lot today, you can bend your left heel to your seat and reach with your right hand to catch your left foot, just as an optional add-on. Take one more deep breath in here. If it would feel good, you might open mouth, exhale. And start to release from your twist. Just gonna roll onto the back body, bring both knees to your chest. And we'll find a simple switch to second side. So taking your time from your back body, you'll interlace your hands on your left shin and you'll reach your right leg forward, pausing for your inhale. And go ahead and twist with your exhale. Left knee stretches across your body. Feel free to bring your right heel to your seat. Maybe catch your right foot with your left hand. And take a deep breath in. Open mouth, exhale out. Take your time to unwind, releasing, coming back to where you started, knees to chest. Maybe curl your nose up to your knees, deep breath in. And as you exhale, you can either go right away into your Shavasana, or if you'd like to join me in Supta Baddha Konasana, your reclined butterfly for 3 breaths first. And feel free to bring the soles of your feet together and knees open wide. And as we take these 3 cycles of breath, whether you're already in Shavasana or you're in your butterfly, trying to focus on these 3 breaths, just letting them be the most important thing in this moment. Take a deep inhale through your nose. And open mouth, exhale, let it go. 2 more like that, deep breath in. Exhale to release. Just one more time, deep in breath. And empty out your exhale. If you're in a butterfly shape, you can stay as long as you'd like. Otherwise, start to journey into your Shavasana. We'll take these last few minutes of our practice just to be in our bodies, resting, supported by the earth. Take a deep breath in through your nose. And then just let that breath go. I'll share that little piece of reading with you one more time. Forgiveness is not about condoning anyone's unacceptable behavior. Rather, I'm forgiving myself for the beliefs I made up as a result of the early circumstances in question. I'm forgiving myself for believing that I am what I never could be, worthless or unlovable or powerless or guilty. This process sets me free. So allowing yourself to come back to body and breath. Maybe noticing the sounds around you or the subtle sensations within your body. Just seeing how from your practice, that heightened awareness of things that maybe you wouldn't have noticed 60 minutes ago. It's from this heightened awareness that you can really start to notice more and create lasting shift and change. From this heightened awareness, we can lean back in our awareness to notice our thoughts. And our thoughts and our feelings will lead us directly to our beliefs. Then our beliefs, we find the root of our experience. And because our beliefs shape our interpretation of any moment and create our reality. So moving through the rest of your day, your week, with maybe a little bit of that heightened awareness, or maybe that intention that you set at the beginning of class, still resonating through your heart, your mind, as you go throughout your day. Maybe bring one or both hands to your heart again, if you'd like. We'll just close our practice with gratitude. I'm grateful for this practice that offers us insight, wisdom, clarity, and understanding. Grateful for this community, for everyone who practiced with you today, albeit virtually, whose presence, whose energy supported your practice and your connection to yourself. I'm grateful for our bodies, grateful for this physical vessel that moves us through each moment of every day and makes this human experience possible. So with gratitude, let's take a big breath in through the nose. And an open mouth exhale, just letting it go. May yoga offer us a path to compassion, and may our practices serve as our teachers. Thank you so much for being here, and namaste.